The central problems of an economy: first, what to produce; second, how to produce; third, for whom to produce; fourth, the problems which arises in the growth of an economy; fifth point, how much public versus private goods should we produce; and number sixth and last of all, how much merit goods to produce. Economy cannot produce everything due to unlimited people wants and very limited amount of resources available. If we have to produce something like food, then we have to give up on something like clothes due to limited amount of resources available. An economy has to choose very wisely how much amount to produce and what all products needs to produce. This is called allocation of resources, and this is depicted through production possibility curve, which we will discuss in a future video. This means how to use our resources like land, labor, capital and machines to produce goods. We have to decide which process to use depending upon capital intensive or labor intensive. What is capital intensive method? Those methods where we use more machines as compared to more workers. And what is labor intensive methods? In this method, we use more workers to produce our goods as compared to much of the machines. So we have to decide either we use capital intensive or we use labor intensive depending upon the efficiency and the costs involved. In short, we use those methods of production where our cost becomes low and efficiency becomes high. Whatever is produced in the economy needs to be consumed and distributed among the people in the society. But how will it get decided which person will get how much of these resources and the products? This is decided by the availability of the resources like land or skills with each individual. If an individual has more amount of resources, then he can sell out or rent out those resources to earn more money, and this more money will fetch him more goods and services. Every economy in the world needs to grow and become rich. But how will this growth take place? This growth will only take place when an economy invests more in infrastructure, tools, machineries, and skilled workers. These skilled workers, super efficient machines, and infrastructure will enable the economy to produce more, and also this is how the growth in an economy takes place. The income which will come in the hands of the economy needs to be saved and consumed less so that in future more investment can take place, and this is how an economy must grow and become richer. Let's first of all understand the difference between public goods and private goods. What are public goods? Those goods which can be used by every people irrespective of their ability to pay for their usage. For example, roads, street lights, defense services. This can be used by the rich class, poor class, middle class, and even by the beggars, irrespective their ability to pay for those services. On the other hand, private goods. These are the goods that only people who will pay for them in upfront will be allowed to use. For example, a movie ticket, a mobile phone. Those who don't pay for the usage of the private goods can be excluded from their usage, but this is not the case with the public goods. So the authorities in the economy has to decide how much public and private goods has to be produced and which all has to be let out, so that there is always a balance between these two. What are merit goods? Those goods which help the society to grow and have a positive impact are called merit goods. For example, education, healthcare, etc. An educated and a healthy society will always enable an economy to grow more rapidly as compared to the economies who have an unhealthy population and also uneducated society. So, an educated and a healthy society is very essential from our viewpoint. So, the governments will always enable the population for the usage of this merit goods at a very low price or give them away for free.